on No DQ Galaxy. We are Team Indie DQ, bringing you another prediction video for All Elite Wrestling Presents All Out, which will be taking place this Saturday, August 31st in Chicago, Illinois. This is it, you guys. 1 year later since All In, AEW went full force. They have one pay-per-view and two special event show for free. We have is another second pay-per-view marking the 1 year anniversary of All Out. All In. Excuse me. You know I like to botch. I'm just saying. And Botchamanian, y'all. But that being said, before I go into this little spiel about myself, just briefly, let's go ahead and introduce you to these lovely gentlemen right here. So first up, you have is the Simple Man Noah Foster right here. You have is the Holiday Chris Mays. You have is, of course, the Archangel, who has 0 F given, James Heber, and, of course, my besties / my tag team partner, good brother Chris. And gentlemen, I would say this, it's been an honor doing this video with you guys because as you guys know, before all of y'all and some of the No DQ personality and the NX team joined No DQ last year, it was just Aaron, Jeff, Greg, Kyle, Virtue, TJS, Big G, Stefan, and myself. And out of everybody, I was the only one that did the all-in prediction video because of my knowledge and pretty much a bit of a history about independent wrestling. And so 1 year later, I'm with my family that I'm very forever grateful to join in. And you guys freaking rock. So gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me in this 1 year anniversary of this historic pay-per-view.
So
now with that...
Oh, I didn't want to cut you off. I'm so sorry. Didn't want to. All serious. This is all serious. I'm happy this is your 1 year anniversary. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. And I'm glad you are doing this. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you, guys. And also to thank you to No DQ Galaxy and also one person, Aaron Riff, for giving me this opportunity to have, speaking my mind, having like my own platform. Whether you guys like it or you don't like it, whatever, it is what it is. To say in the quote, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, or some
I'm
shit.
the biggest asshole here. Hey.
Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and cut to this chase right now. So we have is 10 matches total by the time of the recording of the video, including 2 of the buy-in pre-show, which I like the term buy-in instead of the typical kickoff pre-show. I know some have mixed opinions about it, but hey, it's just, the term buy-in, it has like a really nice, unique ring to it. But let's go ahead and start off with the first buy-in pre-show, which is going to be the 21 Women Battle Royale.
We're going right into that.
That's right. And the winner receives a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship on October 2nd, where AEW is going live on TNT. Man, I'm really looking forward to this match. And we have is the confirmed entrances by the time of the recording of the video. So we have is Britt Baker.
Baby!
That's right. The daughter of the late WWE Hall of Fame Rodney Piper, Teal Piper. You have his Eva Lee. You may remember her from Lucha Underground. We have his former WWE superstar, Jazz. We also have Nyla Rose, Yuka Sakazaki. Forgive me if I botched that name. Allie, Brandy Rose, Big Swole, Ariel Monroe, which you guys remember her from the Mae Young Classic, and Sadie Gibbs. Now, there's still 11 more participants to be announced by the time of the recordings, but we're going to be going with, our traditional, predictions. all around. So we have is the primary picks, which is you only get 2 points, and the secondary pick, which is 1 point. And just to break the tiebreaker, which is called the wild card bonus points, surprise entrance. Now, let's go ahead and start off with, good brother, who do you got? Primary, secondary, and your wild card.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised I'm first. Thank you so much, Sydney. I got Britt Baker, Baby, as my number one. Is Bria is in this match in the Battle Royal?
He is not officially announced yet.
Well, I got her as my second, and you said a wild card like a, free agent?
Surprise entrance. Like, it could be anybody from the AEW women's roster or
beyond.
Who knows?
Oh, wow. That one's going to be very tough. Man, I don't want to waste no time here. Oh my God. Any free agent? I'll go with Gail Kim, just because.
Really, Chris?
Whoa.
She's in Impact.
Oh my God. We got to add that one out. Oh my God.
It could happen. I mean, she put over Tessa Blanchard. I'll talk more once you're done. Is that your official?
I don't know any free agency from the women. I don't know.
Like I said, it could be anybody, including the women's roster from AEW.
Yeah, think about this. Not all the AEW women's roster is in this yet.
Yeah.
Man. Penelope Ford. Fine.
All right. The bad boy's girl.
Well, she's dating Kip Sabian. I'm just saying. So, Yep. But anyway, let's go ahead and go with you, Holiday. Who do you got? Primary, secondary, and your surprise entrance.
Okay, I got primary is Brandy Rhodes. I have secondary as Brent Baker, and I have surprise as Awesome Kong because the time of recording she hasn't been announced yet. But I could see some shenanigans where Awesome Kong gets in there and helps Brandy Rhodes actually win the whole thing.
Yeah, that could be pretty much a possibility, and that's gonna pretty much piss some people off. That's what, especially some of the harsh critics from anybody, because with All Out, they try to put a very outstanding show, but it could be that happening. I mean, who knows? Anyway, Noah, primary, secondary, and surprise entrance.
First off, let me start off by saying this. James, good brother Chris May, Cindy, an absolute honor talking AEW with y'all, and I will be watching AEW live when it goes in October, NXT on Thursdays. With that being said, we're starting off with this on the buy-in, which I find is interesting versus the other two matches. This could go any way because, again, it's 21 women, 4 women represented in each suit, diamonds, hearts, clubs, spades, and then the wild card, the Joker. You look back at Double or Nothing, the Joker won, it was Adam Page. What could be the Joker here? Could the Joker actually win? I don't know. 11 is to be announced. You all talked about Awesome Kong, Bea Priestley. I don't know. Leva Bates could be in this. Penelope Ford, like you said. Kylie Ray, we haven't heard anything from her since Double or Nothing. I heard she's injured. I hope she's okay. I thought Priscilla Kelly just because of her connections with Darby Allin, and also Aja Kong. I could see that coming into play here too. But then I think about who else could be involved here, maybe from, I don't know, Stardom, since we have some Stardom influence here. Maybe Kagetsu. And then I think about Couture Pro Wrestling, who I've seen formerly here, like Ryu, who was pretty awesome in that tag match. Y'all might remember that from Double or Nothing. Yes, I'm a huge fan of this, if you can't tell. But I'm going to try and save time here. You know I'm a huge proponent for Allie. I followed her since Smash Wrestling, whether she was the Bunny or Cherry Bomb. I loved both, even Dark Alley. So, with that being said, you know she's going to be one of my picks. Then I look at Britt Baker, who I feel like she's got to be one of your top-tier, first-tier chance women to go after the title. So with that, that's my order. My primary is Britt Baker, baby, and my secondary is Allie, especially after that Brandy Rose debacle. I feel like Allie's going to eliminate Brandy Rose first, and I hope she does. There, I said it. I don't want a Stephanie McMahon situation here. Now, as far as my surprise entrant, I threw out a ton of names, as you all heard, but I'm thinking about, who could it be? It could be someone big, someone debuting for All Elite wrestling a newest member to the freaking AEW women's roster. So with that said, my pick is AJ Lee. I'm kidding, not AJ Lee. My pick for I've still been thinking about it. I still don't have an answer. You know what? Just because I know that you're going to talk about later, but I might as well just say it now. The winner of this faces the winner of another women's match based on just who I think are going to be influences amongst each other. I'm going to go with from Stardom World, Kogetsu.
Okay, excellent pick. James, who you got? Primary, secondary, and surprise entrance.
My primary is going to be I'm going to go with Britt Baker.
Badass.
My second, I'm going to go with Kong, and my surprise is going to be Asia Khan. She's actually not, when I looked up the roster on the AEW.com, she was not anywhere on there. And based on the events from Fight for the Fallen, I think that they are going to continue to build Asia Khan versus Awesome Kong in the Battle Royal by having them have a bit of a scrap, if you know what I mean, and probably have Nyla Rose, giving her the big rub, probably eliminate them both. But you never know. Maybe Khan will survive and win. So that's why I have her as my secondary. So, yeah. Reiterating again, Britt Baker as my primary. My secondary is Awesome Kong. My surprise entrance, Asia Kong.
All
Great.
right.
Hey, great pick. Now, as you guys know what happened at Fight for the Fallen, the match between Brandy and Allie, which is like one of my least favorite match. And I know it receives very harsh criticism because, with Brandy Rose, they're trying to shy away from what Brandy is. She is the chief brandy officer, but yeah, she is not freaking Stephanie McMahon for freaking crying out. No, whoa, but I'm digress.
That is off.
I really don't want any shenanigans going on with this casino battle royal. I will, okay, a little bit of comedy, that's fine, but not too excessive because AEW, we need to be different. I know this is a top competition going on with another company, which we all know what's going to be the history of it and all this crap. I just want to see something different. Something that would be something that we're all going to be glued into, especially with past women's matches since Double or Nothing. I feel like this one needs to be stepped up a bit more and showing the proof why these women can be let's just say
don't be cookie cutter.
Exactly. There you go.
Yes.
Like any of those past matches. So this is going to need to be huge stepping stone. So with that being said, my primary pick.
I would like. Oh, you didn't pick. Oh, I'm so sorry. You didn't pick.
No, go ahead, Chris. What do you say?
I was going to say is make this match at least 17 to 20 minutes long. Don't half-ass. Go balls to the walls.
Yep.
Please be the ladies really need to be careful, when it comes to landing on the floor because they're going over the top rope. I'm worried about that. I'm really concerned. But I want these ladies to go all out when it comes to the pre-show. And they need to work on the timing when it comes to that buy-in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and they absolutely can't afford you can have a little bit of comedy, like Cindy said, but you can't have the debacle that happened in the, the buy-in from Double or Nothing. You can't.
I will say this. So far, all the names announced, I don't see comedy. I see a lot of serious competition here. And that's what I like about this.
Yeah, I agree.
Dynamic, not Control-C, Control-V, aha, or pretty faces that can't wrestle.
Exactly. Well, you never know if Levi Bates is going to be in that Casino Battle Royal. Or it could be but I don't know. But with that being said, my primary pick, she needs to be on top of her game. She's getting an awesome push. As it is, my primary pick is Britt Baker, baby. And my secondary pick, I could see there may be going to be some pissed off moment. I hope not. I don't want to see how it's going to come to play. Especially we're going to get some assistance.
Just say it.
Brandy Rhodes. And yes, I can see this crap happening. But I hope not, because if it's going to be Brandy versus someone that is going to be a bigger name, then why not? During online TV. Even though Brandy needs to work on her in-ring skill, but...
She's only been in the wrestling business for 3 years. She's not ready. Hands down.
Exactly. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And for my surprise entrance, well, we haven't seen her in action, and the last time she was there was during the buy-in at Double or Nothing as Joey Janela's valet. But I would say this, I want to see her in action, so I'm going with Penelope Ford, of course. And yes, I met her. She's a really amazing person. So there you have it. That's my pick.
Also, Chris Cass, who isn't with us tonight, he's on assignment. Kidding. He's working. Hope to see you soon. He's still participating in this. Wants his title back.
Okay.
He also has his picks for his primary. Jeez. He said Brandy Rhodes. For
What is up with everybody picking her? Oh my god! Damn it, Holiday, because you was the first one to pick.
Yeah, that's why.
That was my one funny so far. I'm trying to be
anyway.
serious.
Oh, good. Yay. His secondary, he picked Allie, and for his wild card, he picked Kylie Ray.
That would be pretty interesting because we haven't heard anything from Kylie Ray except there has been some rumor report about her being injured. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is just a rumor, isn't it?
It's just weird. She's been mute on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she caused me a point on Double or
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, I know you hold a grudge against her for that, but moving on.
Supposed to have a match against who else? Leva Bates at Fyter Fest.
Was supposed to, but then Allie got there and got her debut.
Exactly. So that was like a huge surprise. But all I can say is this, like, no matter what, these women need to step up, and we'll see how it's going to play out. With that being said,
wrestling matter.
Yes. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the second of the buy-in pre-show, which is a tag team match between the team of Jack Evans and Angelico versus Private Party.
Oh, man.
Holiday, who do you got?
Oh, you picked me first on this one, huh? All right. I went with Private Party to win.
All right.
Did everybody? Wait, I'm confused. I thought I didn't hear Chris give his picks now that we're on him about the Battle Royal. Did he?
He
Yeah, he
did.
Oh, my bad. Continue.
You're talking about Chris Mace, right? Or
Yes,
Chris
yes.
Jack- Okay. All the Chris's, the trio of Chris's have put in their picks. I'm recording.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Now,
All right.
back to this tag match. Chris Mace, pick.
Okay, I said Private Party.
All right.
All right. Noah?
Private Party is something else. Since HOG, they have thoroughly impressed me. I can see now why they wanted to go against the Hardys, and that was an awesome match in itself. But Jack Evans and Angelico, at one point I thought one of them broke their freaking neck. And I keep confusing them with the best friends. Maybe that's just because I'm thinking about that awesome match they had at Double or Nothing. This match could go either way. Private Party, I don't think they have a win yet. Jack Evans and Angelico,
They don't have a victory. They haven't won either.
Okay, so like I said, in AEW, wins and losses matter. Both teams need a win here, especially if you're going to go after the AEW Tag Team Championships, which will be, of course, crowned some point in October. But with that being said, in this match, hopefully they don't hear his high-pitched voice either. I am going to go with Private Party.
Hey! All right. James?
And Chris Cass will win Private Party as well.
Awesome. All right. James?
I'm going to go with Private Party because I think they need the win here. I mean, you could argue Jack Evans and Helico need the win too, but I feel like they're going to be kind of like the fall team for a bit to kind of get the other teams over because I don't really even know how long Jack Evans has left. That guy's got a lot of mileage on him. Like I've seen him from the early days. And Helico I feel like is probably going to be a big star in his own right, but I feel like you got to give it to Private Party. They're a new act, and they're really getting over with the audience. So we got to go with the party, boys. Parties.
Hey.
Parties, boys and girls.
All right. Well, you guys said a mouthful. So it looks like based on, like, past matches, like, I know Private Party somewhat appear a bit on Double or Nothing. It's been a while, guys. I know Jack Evans and Angelico did not have a match at Fyter Fest. Fight for the Fallen, both teams, of course, did not win their matches. I feel like this is kind of like a match where like one of the teams needs to get a win at AEW. but incredible talent. Private Party, they stood out the most at the last show, which is Fight for the Fallen. Mark Quinn, of course, he is like the main attraction. And of course, him partnering with Isaiah Cassidy brings the whole party vibe to it. But I'm going to go ahead with my pick. I'm going with Private Party, y'all. Dear Brother Chris, who do you got?
Both, like everybody has said, both these teams need a win. Private Party is 0-1. They had a great showing at the buy-in at Fyter Fest. That was the pay-per-view. Jack Evans and Helico, hopefully I pronounced it correctly. They are 0-2 as a tag team so far. Private Party has been very red hot. Give those guys like 12 to 14 minutes on the buy-in, and I know it's going to be a great Steeler. So Private Party for the win. Hey! Oh!
Hey!
Nope, number
Private
2.
Party
Okay.
2.
Yes.
Okay, so we're all unanimous here. We're all going to the party.
Alrighty. Yeah, have the Red Solo Cup ready because it's going to be a party, y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead
Street
on.
Profits, what are you talking about?
I was about to say.
Street Profits had their new cup just released now. It's a black and gold one with their logo. So now the Red Solo Cup is for everybody.
Fair enough.
They have their own cup, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but they had the red Solo Cups at TakeOver. Everybody had a red Solo Cup at TakeOver.
Last time I checked, this is an AEW review, not no.
Yeah, I know.
You're not wrong. I'm just pointing it out there. I mean,
All right, next match. Bye.
Let's move on. So next up, we're in the main card right now. So next up, this is the match has been announced today, which is a 6-man tag team match between the team of Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt, and Jungle Boy versus, in 3, 2, 1,
SCU!
That is right. Frankie Zarian, Scorpio Sky, and Christopher Daniels. Noah, who do you got?
Jeez. SCU, man. They have been one of the hottest acts in AEW, period. And you still see them doing their stick on being the elite. But I like this trio of Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt. I really bought into it, no pun intended, during Fight for the Fallen, where Marco Stunt basically had his AEW debut, being involved in that match. But, oh man, Christopher Daniels, Scorpio Sky, Kazarian, and Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Marco Stunt. This is their first match, because this is a trios match, okay? You guys look at it this way. It's a trios match. Mm-hmm. I believe it's the first trios match for Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Marco Stunt, and the second for SCU, because the first one was against Strong Hearts, led by SEMA, which was freaking awesome in itself. They won that. So, do I think that the team of Luchasaurus and his running mates get their first win against SCU, who already got one win up as trios? Nope, not going against those boys. I'm going with SCU.
All right. James? Before we go to James, who did Cass pick?
Oh, Cass, come on. You should know by now. He picked SCU.
Lord K. James.
as much as I love me some Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and even Marco Stunt's great with the act now, I gotta go with SCU. I think that it's going to be a thing where they're going to build up Luchasaurus to be accidentally so over that he's going to hit the world title within a year. Because that guy is so over right now. That dude is incredible in his own right. So that's just my deal. I'm going with SCU just for that reason alone.
Hey, remember, Luchasaurus, he has a master's degree.
He does.
Right.
That's insane to think about, too, when you see his
right?
Yeah,
So
no, seriously.
crazy.
Well done, dude.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Yeah, so I'm very looking forward to this match, especially, like, I've seen all of these guys in action live, especially Good Brother Chris and I met SCU and Jungle Boy, and I see Marco Stunt one time at GCW, and yes, that's the same show where he injured his leg against Eli Everfly, of course, which was sad. And then I've seen Luchasaurus match just once in the Bay Area, California, as well. So I'm looking forward to this. great tag team dynamic, especially with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Like, Jungosaurus, man, that kind of warms my heart. And then adding Marco Stunt to the mix. I mean, I think it's like Jungle Boy and Marco are like gonna be together in one with Luchasaurus, but then against the veteran, this is like the vets versus the new generation. Well, I don't know about Luchasaurus, but digress. But this is gonna be one of my hard picks to choose from. I know SCU. I know Good Brother Chris is gonna go over with some stats in a minute. I know they have some win-loss records, like here and there. So is Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. But you know what? I think this is going to be the pass of the torch. I'm going to be the odd women out here. I'm going with Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt. Good, Brother Chris?
That makes sense. We're trying to change the world. So, I mean, I respect you for that. But again, trios. When I think of SCU being dominant, I see them more dominant as trios versus just the two.
Well, we'll see. Good, Brother Chris. Who do you got? Bring some stats.
Oh, man. I know this six-man tag was just announced. I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be the opening match. I just have a strong feeling. Now, SCU, they have a good win-loss record when it comes to trios and some tag matches and a little bit of one-on-one. Mostly Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
You have Luchasaurus and you have Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy has a lot of losses here and there. And Luchasaurus. This is going to be the first time we're going to see Marcus Stunt, if I got the name correct. Yes, Marcus
Marco
Stunt. Marco Stunt. This will be my first time. No,
just think of Marco Polo.
Yeah, thank you. This is my second time seeing Stunt at a wrestling event at all in last year in the Battle Royal. This one is very tough, but SCU is already established. They are veterans in this business. If they can take a loss, it's not going to hurt them. I hate to say this, but I'm going to go with Sydney on this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Stunt to win this six-man tag. Give those six wrestlers 13 to 14 minutes. Got to work on the timing for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that was kind of one of their flaws with Fight for the Fallen. It did go extremely long. But keep in mind, the Lucha Brothers beat SCU last show.
That's right.
Whoa.
That's right. Now, Holiday, who do you got?
At least it won't be all one out.
I'm going with SCU. I would love to go with Jungle Boy and them, but I can't do it, so I'm going with SCU.
All right, so we got different opinion, different output, and all that. But hey, Chris, at least we are together as a tag team, good brother. No matter what. Yep.
I found out a little more on Kylie Ray doing some research. She's sidelined with medical issue, undisclosed. Expected to be back soon.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Soon could be this upcoming.
And that report was sent out July 18th.
Okay. We'll see.
Indeed.
We'll see what's going to happen till Saturday. We'll wait. Yeah. Without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the next match. Next up is the tag team match. Winner gets the first round buy-in for the tag team championship tournament, which you have is the team of Best Friend versus the Dark Order. Who did Cass pick, Noah?
Cass picked the Dark Order.
All right. James, take it away.
The Dark Order. It's just, I guess to speak on them, I'm not going, I just think logically they're going to go with the Dark Order. I like Stu Grayson. Still not sure about Evil Uno, man. I'm not sure about him, but I'm going with the Dark Order because they're building them up as like the Dark Team. So, you know.
The Dark Team.
The Dark Team. All right. Well, as you guys know, this is the match that it is going to happen. So what happened is that at Double or Nothing, Best Friend did defeat Angelico and Jack Evans, and then all of a sudden, boom, Dark Order attacked them. And then this whole like animosity happening with like the promos and the logical reason. Now they announced about the AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament. Of course, tag teams in action. So you have Best Friend that won the three-way tag team match at Fyter Fest, which is of course the part of the buy-in pre-show. And then Dark Order defeated Angelico and Jack Evans and Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, which their tag team is called A Boy and His Dinosaur. Of course. But
The
it was
best name for any team ever.
The movie waiting to happen.
I love that
yeah.
name, man.
And you know what's interesting? That match at Fight for the Fallen was in the main card, not on the buy-in pre-show. So, this is pretty much a very logical standpoint, but hey, at least Best Friend is now in the main card. That's all that matters. And we get to see who's going to be advancing to the tournament come. Who knows when and where and happening? Who knows? I'm going to go ahead with my pick. There's plethora of tag teams out there. More babyface than heel in tag team world. I'm going to have to go, and I know good brother Chris, yeah, you're chugging it, because you know me and my favorite country. I'm going with the Dark Order, eh?
Dark Order.
Good brother
Canadian?
Chris. Yes, they're from Montreal.
Even I knew that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm just being exposed to these guys, in fairness, but yeah.
Actually, Sydney, I wasn't going to say nothing stupid. I knew you was going to pick them anyway. I don't really care. But I'll pick my pick. Dark Order made their debut. It sucks that the crowd didn't really care when they debuted at Double or Nothing.
I actually cared.
Yeah, but I did too.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
No, at Double or Nothing, like, I was in Canada on my vacation visiting my friends and family, and when we had that Double or Nothing party and Dark Order came out, we were all yelling so loud and marked out so hard.
I didn't know who they were. I just knew that they were kind of cool looking and they had an awesome tag finisher.
Well,
Those
are good.
Yeah, before they were called the Dark Order, they were called the Super Smash Brothers.
Yes, I did my research and I couldn't believe Chikara did not get sued by Nintendo. Oh my lord.
All right. Your brother, continue.
Thank you. No interruptions whatsoever. That was cool. Yeah, didn't lay that out. When they won their triple threat at Fight for the Fallen, everybody was saying like, "Oh, they're boring. They're not good as a team." But I disagree. I feel like there needs to be a heel to take a bye. You don't want to wrestle in the first round. Best Friends, they have like the best record right now, 2 wins, 0 losses. So I'm gonna go with the Dark Order.
All right. Holiday, go for it.
I'm going with the Dark Order. They've been saving them, and now this is the moment. Put up or shut up. I'm going with Dark Order to win.
Give those wrestlers 15 minutes. They deserve it. Give them
Alrighty.
15 minutes.
Yep. And let's see how
13 to 15.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and see what the crowd will react. Save the best for last. Go ahead, the simple man, let it all out.
AEW's got one of the most dynamic, in-depth, real tag team action in its roster I have seen in a long time. I love their tag team division. Nothing feels the same to me. Best Friends have been really on a hot streak ever since they asked for tag team action on Double or Nothing instead of being in the Battle Royale. They proved their point. I thought they were going to implode. I didn't think this team was even going to survive to AEW's first show. Looks like that's going to be the case. They'll be fine. Dark Order caught me out of nowhere. I wasn't sure what to think of these guys besides the video game references and then the minions coming into play. And I'm like, okay, how long before they face a team like a Power Rangers or something? Maybe Best Friends show up as Power Rangers in this match, considering the minions might not be far behind. But the consensus shows, like you all said, they are literally building this story to build up the Dark Order, being not only one of your top-tier contenders for the Tag Team Championships, but also, and this is a big thing for people who have been out of wrestling for a while and wonder if this exists anymore, who is a heel, who is a face, who you cheer, who you boo. You're going to cheer the best friends, you're going to boo the Dark Order. You're putting them over as a assertive team, though, as heels, and I feel like they're going to push these guys towards the finals. I am also going to go with the Dark Order for the win.
Awesome. So pretty much all of us are unanimous here.
No, that's a miracle.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't be the first one. I mean, well, then again, I'm looking at this card, and I could be wrong.
Yeah. We'll see what's going to happen, especially when the Darklings involve.
Yes, the minions.
All right. Okay, so next up, this is the match. It's either, Noah, can you clarify this match? Riho versus Hiraku Shida. Is it a singles match, or is it for the same thing what they did at Double or Nothing with Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho?
The winner of this match will face the Casino Battle Royale winner on October 2nd's premiere episode of AEW on TNT to crown the first ever AEW Women's Champion.
Interesting. Which, by the time of the recording of the video, we'll definitely find out. But you know what? Why not? Let's do like a pick. All right, so Riho and Hiraku Shida, very well known in Japan and all over, but mainly in World Wrestling Stardom and Ice Blue Ribbon Wrestling. God, I keep stumbling the name of it, but yeah, I know.
All right.
Botch queen right here. Hey, Matthew of Botchamania. I digress. Anyway, now I know they started as a part of the 6 women tag team match at Double or Nothing, and of course, Hiraku Shida and Riho won. But then again, Riho won during a triple threat match at Fyter Fest, which I'm pretty surprised. And then she lost at Fight for the Fallen, part of the buy-in pre-show match, which she was teaming with Britt Baker. We haven't seen Hiraku Shida since Double or Nothing.
Correct.
And I know Riho is now a heel now since she did turn on Yuka Sakazaki at Fyter Fest. So this is going to be more of like a heel versus babyface dynamic.
Yep.
With that being said, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how Hiraku Shida will be as a solo competitor instead of being part of tag team. And when it comes to Joshi style wrestling, it will go all out. I'm hoping this match should step it up big time. I just want to see what happened like in past like AEW special shows. For that, if it's ever going to be facing whoever's going to be in the buy-in regarding if it's Brandy, Allie, or Britt Baker.
Baby. That's
right. The only person I could think of that should win this match, Hiraku Shida. And by the way, y'all, we're trying to pronounce some of the wrestlers' names, so please bear with us. All right. So Hiraku Shida for the win. Now, good brother Chris, who do you got?
Good thing I got her name on my phone right now.
Repeat.
Haruka Shida?
Hiraku
Shida. Y'all make it seem so difficult.
Yeah, that's my pick. She's only wrestled one time. Her opponent, Riho. Yeah, she has a 2-1 record. She's been on a roll. She's been very impressive. But I'm going to go with the person I picked. I'm not going to say the name. You already know who it is. So I feel like this match is going to be the cool down match for the show. Nothing personal against women's wrestling. I love women's wrestling, trust me. But I feel this match is the cool down match. Give those ladies at least 11 to 13 minutes. Got to work on the timing. So give them 11 to 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Agree.
And let them go balls to the walls.
That's right. And exposing the true meaning of Joshi style wrestling.
Yes.
Now, Holiday, who do you got?
Rio.
All right.
Did you just do that so you wouldn't botch the other name? Come on, man.
No, I went with Nope, she shot me with the win in the triple threat match, and like I said, that's mainly why I picked her because of that shock the last time. Nobody picked her last time when it came down to it in that triple threat match. None of us picked her to win, so I just got a hunch she's gonna win.
All right. Noah, take it away.
You guys know how much I love women's pro wrestling, especially Japan. I watch Stardom World as a Sunday regular. That being said, Hiroki Shida versus Riho. This one-on-one, to my knowledge, has not happened yet. These two are not strangers to each other, though, facing each other in multiple tag matches, Fukuto Pro and other promotions, on opposing sides. To my knowledge, I don't think they've even had partnerships with each other. And I'm thinking about now, who could I see winning this, and what match could I see set up? Britt Baker, like I said, does seem like the obvious choice if Rico wins here. Apologies if I screw that up. It almost sounds like Rico from Just Cause. I just bought that video game, but I digress. Also, we haven't talked about Bea Priestley, the current World of Stardom champion, who's also all elite, who could be in the Casino Battle Royale, and she could be a prime candidate to face either of these women. So I'm looking very extremely forward to who could be the first ever AEW Women's Champion. But do I see this as I think right now with Riho versus Britt Baker, which seems like an obvious setup? Because that's so much momentum. She's one of the smallest competitors, too, on the entire roster. And Brandy Rose has even put her over. But Hiroki Shida is no stranger. I mean, Kenny Omega endorsed this woman, all right? So with that being said, I am going to go with also Hiroki Shida, and I think the match at freaking for AEW on TNT for the title is going to be Hiroki Shida versus Britt Baker.
All right. Yep. James, take it away.
Hikaru Shida. I'm going with because I went against Riho in the last women. I actually went against Riho, and I paid the price for it because I do another predictions league. And completely got smoked because I picked the wrong person. I completely got smoked by my friend, and he ended up winning the championship, like winning the entire thing. Got every prediction right too, except for like one.
Barely.
So, in this case, I would go with Riho. You would think I would go with Riho, but I'd actually go with Shida because nobody seems to know much about her yet. So that's who I'm going with.
All right.
And Cass went with Riho.
Riho, okay.
Oh, good. I'm not the odd one out. All right.
Sorry, I'll be quiet.
Well, we're going to have to find out what's going on. And especially, this is going to be the first time Hiroki Shida's going to have a singles match since Double or Nothing. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're looking forward to this outcome, what's going to happen with the speculation and everything. So by the time we're recording this video, we'll find out, y'all. Anyway, let's
recorded Monday night at 11:24 p.m. on August the 26th. Stay tuned for further details.
All right, East Coast time, by the way.
Yeah.
But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next match. We got a lot to go. Yeah. Anyway, the three-way match between Darby Allin versus a bad boy, Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc. Good brother Chris. Go for it.
My God. Okay. These three men need a victory very bad.
Yeah.
Jimmy Havoc, 0-3. Darby Allin, 0-1-1 for the draw. And Joey Janela, 0-3. Now I'm surprised this match is not even a no disqualification match. No DQ. Represent. Hey. I don't know why this match is not a hardcore match. If you put three of the hardcore wrestlers in a match, I don't know if Darby Allin is really a hardcore wrestler. Please let me know in the comments. Or
he is.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay, cool. Why are you making this a triple threat regular? You gotta let these guys go all out. I mean, come on. A regular triple threat for real? But this match, to me, is the sleeper of all sleeper matches. Not like boring, but this could be, it could be awesome and incredible. But all serious, all three of these wrestlers need a win badly, and I'm going to go with a wild card on this one. I'm going Jimmy Havoc. He needs this more. I feel like he needs this a little bit more. So I'm going to be a wild card on this one.
All right.
But I have a feeling they're going to add a stipulation to this. It needs to be hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah. Yep. I second that.
If you make this a regular triple threat, it's going to be like a, can it work? Can it not work? The chemistry, if it's there or not. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to go Jimmy Havoc on this one. I'm going to pick a wild card on this one.
All right. Not bad. All right. Holiday, who do you got?
I got Darby Allin. I think he had a great showcase with Cody Rhodes in that draw. I think he has more of the upside than the other two, to be perfectly honest. And I think he's going to be the future of AEW here, foreseeable future. So that reason, I'm picking Darby Allin to win.
Okay. Noah?
Ah, jeez. I mean, Tony Khan is against blood and guts. So we're not going to see anything too extreme, I feel, all right? But this is a triple threat. There's no DQ. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a body bag, a chair, maybe a trash can, maybe a candlestick, maybe a table. And that's just minimum. I've been a huge follower and fan of Jimmy Havoc. I picked him for multiple times to win matches with his Acid Rainmaker finisher, especially because of all the history he has with a certain individual that you love, Cindy, MJF. And I'm still waiting for that one. Then again, Joey Janela, he's coming off that unsanctioned match against freaking John Moxley, as well as that trios tag match from Fight for the Fawn, where he actually tagged with these two people, and then all hell broke loose, and now all three of these men are facing each other one-on-one. I'm surprised Blink-182 ain't enforcers in this match. But with that being said, Darby Allin's going to go for a coffin drop, and he's going to hit hard canvas, and I think that's where Jimmy Havoc's going to somehow capitalize. I'm going to go with Jimmy Havoc again for the win. I feel like he needs to win. He's got to win somewhere.
Us brothers got to stick together. Yes.
Okay. All right. Who did Cass pick?
Let's see what he picked. He picked Darby Allin.
All right. James, take it away.
I am going with Chris Cass's pick. I'm going with Darby Allin. I think they see something big in Darby Allin. I feel like he's going to be getting the win here and be the second man to get the 3 magic number 1-1-1 in this case.
Yeah, interesting thought considering we haven't even thought about, I think this match is going to end in a draw. Because, again, they have time limits in every single match.
And that match should be 14 minutes for this triple threat. 14 minutes tops.
Yeah, you got to consider the emphasis, too. Anyway, all right, Cindy, nobody picked Joey Janela, so who do you got?
Lord.
Whoa.
Miss Penelope
It's not
Ford.
going to be him. Okay, don't say, oh, Lord. It's not Janela. Because I feel like Joey Janela, I know that they're trying to protect him because he has, past injuries before, especially that one horrific injury from last year that he was out for, more than 6 months. So I know AEW is protecting him for it. But, hey, Joey Janela, he's a very risk taker. He's going to take some brutal club. And with that match, they're going to add some last-minute speculation. I want to see some hardcore match, despite what Tony Khan does not like blood and guts and all this, but who knows. But I'm going to go ahead with my pick, just make it short and sweet. With his showcasing, with his singles match, and I know he did shine at Fight for the Fallen, I'm going with Darby Allin, y'all.
I knew it.
All right.
Yep. All right, so we're going to move on to this next match that we've been all waiting for since what happened at Fyter Fest that got people buzzing and talking about safety. Cody Rhodes versus Sean Spear.
Just Cody. But anyway, continue.
Okay, in this video, we're calling him Cody Rhodes, so, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you should have his fucking last name to begin with.
Exactly.
All right, calm down. I'm not trying to start anything.
Along with Sean Spears in his corner, of course, WWE Hall of Famer, Tully Blanchard.
Unreal.
Yep. Holiday, who do you got?
Here's where I'm torn on this match. Cody has done the old school way with the NWA style matches where he's had the time limit draw. You got Tully Blanchard in this match, one of the original members of the Four Horsemen. if you want to build Sean Spears up and get him away from that, what I'm doing there,
Right.
he needs to get the win. So I'm going Sean Spears to get the win.
The
All
chairman.
right. Noah,
Yeah.
go to the full extent.
Ah, jeez. This is going to be extremely interesting. You have an executive vice president, Cody, versus one of his best friends, but he called him a good hand, where this whole storyline basically conspired from in those great one-on-one interviews with good old JR. The chairman now, as he's called, Sean Spears. Sean Spears coming off that great win in that trios match against Fight for the Fallen, and he's got Tully Blanchard in his corner. But the wild factor here, Cody can have one person in his corner. Who could it be? Could it be Brandy Rose? Could it be MJF, his supposed best friend from being the Elite? Or could it be someone as wild as somebody else who has history with Tully Blanchard, like Arn Anderson, who recently was released from WWE? I have to think that the extra I don't think it's going to be Dustin Rhodes, by the way. I have to think the extra person in Cody's corner is going to be of significant value in the result of this match. And I don't see this Cody match going to a draw. But I also don't see Cody still winning because you're trying to put over Newtown. Like you said, we need to stop thinking about Sean Spears as the perfect 10. He called himself the chairman now. Let's redefine him, redefine his career. I'm going to go with Sean Spears for the win somehow, some way.
All right. Who did Cass pick?
Let's see who he picked. My phone's being stupid. Apologies, people. He also went with the chairman, Sean Spears.
All right. James?
Chairman Sean Spears.
All right. Well, this is one of the hard picks to choose from. But at the same time, I feel it's time because with All Out, you got to have the shine. Yes, people, I'm not picking Cody. I'm picking the chairman, Sean Spears. His appearance at the last indie show that I went to a couple weeks ago where me and good brother Chris saw, he actually kind of grew on me, especially as a heel. Good call. So that's why I'm going with Sean Spears. Totally Blanchard, he's just going to be like, what's going on? Shit talk. That's it.
That's a knowledge base, okay? Don't count out what
you can't
influence
exactly.
match. And Sean Spears in general.
Exactly.
True.
And will there be chairs involved? Who knows?
I hope that's
Good
not
brother.
happening.
Yeah. Good brother Chris, you're the last person. Who do you got?
I know this match is going to be 17 minutes long. I have a feeling because, Cody loves a long match. Listening to Noah bringing up Arn Anderson, that was a very good point. But one person's going to be with Cody. It's going to be MJF. And I know I have a strong feeling that MJF is going to screw Cody Rhodes. I have a feeling. You're being too much. You're being too much of a kiss ass. Like Cody Rhodes, he's my best friend. He's my best friend.
Salt of the earth, except against one person.
And it sucks he's not competing on this pay-per-view. You need him at this show. Now Sean Spears, he needs this victory more than Cody Rhodes. It's not going to hurt Cody whatsoever.
Nope.
So Sean Spears is my pick to win due to MJF's shenanigans, hitting Cody with a steel chair.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
And here I thought MJF was just going to cut a promo before the AEW Championship match, talking about how he should be in it because I'm better than you and you know it. I like that scenario much better than you.
That could be that. I would like to see that happening, especially Cody versus a chair. Like, that's going to bring up
Cody versus a chair.
Well, Cody's getting it.
I believe we
the
already
art of a
seen
good
this.
professional wrestler is you can take a
seen
broom
this.
and wrestle a broom, so take a chair and wrestle a chair.
I believe we've seen this. I believe we've seen this already at Fighter Fest.
At Fighter Fest, yes. Freaking Sean Spears, hey Cody with the chair. Why not have MJF? What's good, Chris saying? Hey Cody with a chair. The chair is Cody's enemy. But Yeah, it will happen because, there's like a hit up teaser. If you saw Being the Elite, MJF being fake friends with Cody, kissing ass and whatnot, and everybody else know that MJF is a two-face, which is true, in wrestling, in ring. That's it. So we're all going to find out what's going on. I'm surprised we all choose Sean Spears, so yay. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next match, which is going to be...
Everybody, I want the Chair versus Cody at All In the Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, I do too. Now, since you brought that match up, that might be a good match.
Okay. All right, in all serious, let's moving on. Next up.
3 matches left. Oh my God.
All right, 3 matches. It's the Escalera de la Muerte, a.k.a. the Ladder of Death match for the AAA Wrestling World Tag Team Championship, which has the current champ, the Lucha Brothers, versus the Young Bucks. Noah, break it down.
These guys have been at each other's throats ever since the friggin' press conference in Las Vegas and have traded back and forth victories. But now we're in a ladder match. This is the Lucha Brothers' specialty. They have own Impact pay-per-views because of ladder matches. They have owned Lucha Underground freaking main events because of ladder matches. These 2 men are the most dynamic tag team I could remember ever watching. And you add away a kid to that, that was even further phenomenal. Then you got the Young Bucks, who everyone's like, oh, Mars, they just flip, blah, blah, blah. But they're very dynamic, and I don't know how used they are to a ladder match. But again, this is for the AAA Tag Team Championships. They are no strangers to that. And again, this is their partner, AAA. So I'm sure this is not going to be the last time these 2 meet each other. But I'm wondering how many more times do you recreate this? My word! With that being said, I am just going to keep it simple and say the Lucha Brothers retain.
All right, and who did Cass pick?
Oh my God. And I'm glad Phoenix is okay, by the way, too, because it was almost like, oh, he couldn't go because he was injured. Like, oh, thank goodness he's okay.
Yeah.
He also went with Lucha Brothers. So basically, civil.
No,
Yeah.
yellow. That's right. James, who you got?
Xano
Oh.
Water. for those who do not know, Nero in Greek translation is water.
Okay.
The more you know.
Of today.
The more you know.
And gets a rainbow graphic over him, and the freaking reading rainbow comes back from commercial break.
All right.
Some daily information for your everyday health.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So at course, Double or Nothing, we all picked Lucha Brothers as the new AAA Wrestling Tag Team Champ, but we were wrong because the Young Bucks retained the title at Double or Nothing, but yet a couple weeks later at a AAA wrestling event, Lucha Brothers defeated Young Bucks, and they're still, till this day, the AAA World Tag Team Champion. This is like the rubber match in the making. I mean, they were involved in like 6-man tag and then a lot of back and forth promo, and then where they announced that particular match at All Out at Fyter Fest, saying that we're making this match as the Escalera de la Muerte.
Yep, at Fight for the Fawn against SCU of all things. And I feel like that's coming up. That's why I also went with them too.
Exactly. But with that being said, honestly, I'm going to go with the Lucha Brothers to retain the AAA Wrestling title. I mean, they're still with AAA Wrestling, and I know AAA Wrestling is in a working relationship with AEW.
Right.
And, I mean, this is going to be pretty much a match that it's going to probably be the match of the night, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm going with Lucha Brothers, and I cannot wait to see them in action in 3 weeks. Right, good brother Chris?
Damn right.
That's right.
Come on, Noah, say it. Say it.
He did.
Oh.
Fine, I'll say it one more time. Lucky.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Go ahead, good brother.
Oh, my pick. Okay. The Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros have been wrestling each other a lot this year in AAA, AEW. maybe a lot of independent wrestling shows. Both teams have experience when it comes to ladder matches. Trust me, know it like you said, you have seen it. Thank God we're getting this for the third time. Well, second time for AEW.
Second time, yeah, about to say. Under this
I know this is the fourth time this year they're going back and forth with the belts.
True.
Yes, I did head the Lucha Bros for a double or nothing. My worst prediction of all time for that. I don't want to see this match no more. Like, this needs to be the last match of the year. It needs to be the very last one.
Agree.
Yes, we're going to see a lot of super kicks. Yes, we're going to see a lot of Canadian destroyers.
Meltzer drivers, too.
Yep.
Sydney. Anyway.
You had to pay it up.
Yeah, true. I'm going with the Lucha Bros to retain the AAA Tag Team Championships. To end this feud once and for all. I don't want to see no more of these two teams go at it. And yes, the match time limit, let these guys give them 20 to 22 minutes. Gotta work on that timing. Now we get into the big matches now. Work on that timing.
Okay. Holiday, who you got?
Last one.
I say this is another one of those really interesting matches. I think this is going to be match of the night, in my opinion. The Young Bucks have grown on me. I always have played. I haven't always been the biggest fan of them, but they've grown on me. They've really impressed me. They've been, if I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, they haven't lost yet, have they, in AEW? They haven't lost yet, as far as I remember.
Nope.
Young Bucks?
So they're going to suffer their first loss here because Lucha Brothers are going to retain AAA World Tag titles.
There you go.
Okay, all of us are unanimous. We are going with the Lucha Brothers. So
Yeah.
cannot wait. And like I said, I'm predicting this match will be match of the night.
Are you saying that
Alright.
it's because of the Young Bucks, though? Let's be honest here. When it comes to Young Bucks,
It's
most people
ladder
are
match.
Yeah,
And
match of the
Lucha
night.
Brothers.
Yeah, I'm saying it because of Lucha Brothers.
Mhm.
Well, they are an amazing tag team, and these two have amazing chemistry. So
And
we are
we hope Phoenix does not die or get seriously hurt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just-
Remember, Ciro Mieiro means zero fear. We know Pentagon Jr. has no fear. He'll do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
I'm talking about Phoenix.
That's it.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude, he better be well in 3 weeks when they're coming back to the Bay Area, because I'm gonna see them before they go like 100% in AEW in AAA wrestling.
Hopefully we get free pictures because last time they no-showed reasons.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
2 matches left.
All right. So next up, this is the match that it got subject to change that we were all expecting to know. So originally, it was supposed to be a single match between Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley. However, Jon Moxley got injured during an independent wrestling show against none other than Pentagon Jr.
Go figure.
Yeah, and I did saw the part where Jon Moxley did unmask Pentagon.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then there's some reports about like he injured his arm or have an infection on his arm.
It was more an infection, not an injury. It was a staph infection.
Yeah.
Again,
Even though they kind of say injury and stuff, but is there going to be a new term for it in the world of wrestling? Who knows? But, so Moxley did inform on Twitter in a very heartbreaking news that he has no choice but to be pulled from this match. But then, within a couple minutes later, they announced Kenny Omega's opponent, and that not other than that bastard himself, Hot.
let's go.
Oh man! Before James get to talk about this match and his pick, who did Cass pick, Noah?
Let's see. He picked Kenny Omega.
All right, James.
I'm definitely going with Kenny Omega. And my apologies, I have to be a little quiet when I get hyped up for this. But yeah, this match is going to be so good. Get well soon, obviously, Moxley. This really sucks that this happened. The poor timing of it happening again. But We are going to get a hell of a barn burner between Pac and Omega. I've always wanted to see these two clash, and now we're finally going to get it. This is going to be incredible. Do not sleep on this match. This will be match of the night. I'm going with Omega.
All right. Well, it's happening, guys. Beginning of this match, that it's really happening. It is going to be match of the night as well.
There's too many matches of the night. Let's quit saying that.
Well, still, I mean, it's all out, Noah. That was the term.
True. So you might as well just say this is going to be show of the night. Remember, we got 3 wrestling shows this Saturday.
That's right.
And this is the last one of the night.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I'm going to go ahead with my pick. I can see Kenny Omega win this match. Damn straight. But I know my crazy theory is going to happen, but I'm going to save that for later. Good brother Chris, go ahead.
For later? Fine. Well, she is the host. She is the host, so, got to give credit to Sydney G. I feel bad that Moxley's out. And I was looking forward to this match the most. Sucks that he's out. Now, me and James are the co-owners of the AEW champions right now. Now, James, you and me both like football, am I right?
Yeah.
Real talk. But would it suck to be a second stringer? Real talk. It would suck to be a second stringer.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Because Pac is just a second stringer for this match. Now, don't get me wrong. This match is going to be unbelievable.
Yep.
You can't have a second stringer losing his debut. You just can't.
Yeah.
Because he wants to outperform the number one guy in AEW.
True.
I hate to say it. Kenny Omega don't need this win. He's untouchable. He's bulletproof. So, hopefully he don't walk out this match. But no, I'm just playing. It's the visa issues. I'm going to go with Pac on this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see if one of us becomes the sole champion, I guess. It was a good run at least being co-champs.
Okay.
A lot of dynamics here.
all right. Holiday, take it away.
I'm taking a sip of Pepsi before I say this real quick.
And he has my
First thing-
permission to use it.
First thing I'm going to say is this, that Mercer Staph infections is what Moxley had, is no joke. He battled it for a while, and I'm sorry, my whole family's in the medical field, and even though you treat it and get rid of it, this is real talk, it never goes away. It'll always be in your system for the rest of your life. It will come back at any time.
Yeah.
So I hope he has a speedy recovery. That's no joke. That could be a life-threatening issue, and I hope he gets that resolved, and the best wishes and safety for him and his family right now.
Yeah.
But we're getting replacement for this with Pac and Omega. Like I said, it's going to be a really damn good match. I'm disappointed because I really want to see Moxley and Omega, but Pac is a very suitable replacement. I'm going to still go with Kenny Omega to win.
Okay. Now, Simple Man.
Damn. I knew this match was going to happen eventually. I knew at first there was creative differences whether or not Pac was going to come at first to AEW. But you knew he had to be AEW bound when not only Defiant Wrestling went off the air, but he also lost his the Dreamgate Championship. Or Dragon Gate, whatever. And then I figured out Jon Moxley. The guy has been in the highest spirits he's probably been in a long time, just literally going all out, no pun intended, going into New Japan Pro Wrestling, being their IWGP United States champion, going through the freaking G1, the most excruciating, taxing, best professional wrestling tournament of the year, and he just flew too close to the sun. Staph infection has come back. It was a session, now it's back. If you all watched Being the Elite this morning, Kenny Omega cut one hell of a performance, blasting Jon Moxley based on his New Japan run versus Kenny Omega's New Japan run, as well as, I honestly don't care what happens to you. Kenny Omega, you never know if he's just being serious or playing the character. Obviously, Kenny Omega cares about the wrestlers who he's in the ring with, or he works with. But, damn, what a promo. Now we got the bastard Pac making his official AEW debut against Kenny Omega, who got his first win in my favorite match of the night from Fight for the Fallen against CIMA. I've already watched that match like 3 times just yesterday. That was so damn good. First off, do I see this match exceeding Kenny Omega versus CIMA? I do, actually, because Pac is literally badass in the ring. I know firsthand seeing his matches with Will Ospreay, with Robbie X, and so many more incredible wrestlers, UK scene and beyond. And this is his debut. Kenny Omega, he won in this very venue last year at All In against Pentagon Dark. Do you hand Pac his first loss against Kenny Omega in his debut? Mm-hmm. Need the win, like good brother Chris says. I honestly feel like right now, because I feel like if this was Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley, I kid you not, I would have gone with Jon Moxley.
I would have too.
Omega versus Pac. And I still feel like Kenny Omega is going to put over the next guy. I am going with Pac for the win.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to wait and see what happened regardless.
Give those two at least 24 minutes, hands down. And originally, true story, that was supposed to be the main event for the heavyweight title between Kenny Omega and Pac. But things got changed. Now, Sydney was going to bring that up, so Sydney, go ahead. I know. All
right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Because there may be some crazy theory going on. But it's going to be fear and concern. And that being said, the main event match, it's going to be the singles match for the inaugural AEW World Championship match, which you have is the GOAT himself, Chris Jericho, versus Hangman Adam Page.
Cowboy shit.
Now, this is the match we've been all waiting for since Double or Nothing. After promos, and attacks, this is finally it. My biggest fear is that since Pac has been replaced with Jon Moxley, I have a feeling there may be some interference going on because originally we're supposed to be having Pac versus Hangman Adam Page, but of course, Pac got pulled because of visa issues and whatnot. So it may be going to be the feud that's going to start all over again, but it's going to be towards the AEW when it goes on air on TNT. I just honestly feel I want this match just as a clean finish between Cage and Jericho itself. That's it. Because if you have Pac at the interfering the match, that's going to bring AEW a bad look. I mean, I understand this is like a whole competition going on, but to quote one of the podcasters, like, with that other company, action speaks louder than words. And that's where everything that is going on in the world of wrestling, this is the war between AEW and, of course, WWE. For my pick for this match, I would say clean finish. I want to see Adam Page as the first ever AEW World Champion. And then you'll get this storyline that's going to air on TNT, have Adam Page and Pac starting a storyline feud all together, like they were supposed to be happening since the debut of AEW to the world. All right. Let's go ahead and go with my bestie, your brother Chris.
Oh, Sydney, geez, stop me with the bestie talk. But first, let me take a sip of my lemon water.
And you have my permission.
Of course. I don't need that. It don't matter. Take a sip real quick.
This is going to be good.
I taught you well.
Jesus.
Okay, the throwing of the bottle, you gotta do that.
Yeah, anyway. Hangman Page versus Chris Jericho for the vacated, to be crowned the new
inaugural.
Alright, as I was saying, I was so really interrupted by my good brother Noah.
Hey, gotta be happy with the words, man.
Yeah, it's all good. This match needs to be 18 minutes long, because I know Chris Jericho can't go 20 or 30. Maybe he can or can, but it don't matter. It needs to be about 18 minutes, tops. Hangman Page is undefeated in AEW, and the last show of last year, All In, Hangman Page is on a roll. Hangman Page was the only man to say, I want to be the very first AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And you had Pac interrupt that saying, oh, you want to be the first? No, I want to be the first. They were supposed to have that match, but it never happened. Hearing Sydney G out, she made a very good point. Sydney G is a smart woman when it comes to the wrestling business. Sydney G, and I mean that wholeheartedly.
Thanks.
By the way, fuck those trolls, what they say about you. Anyway, but I'm going to have to disagree. Hangman Page is not going to touch that title. You need star power. You need an incredible wrestler to be the very first champion. AEW is going to TNT. Who's going to know who is Adam Page? They'll be like, who's that guy? We heard of him, but he's not incredible. But when they hear Chris Jericho as the very first champion, they be like, man, Chris Jericho? TNT? Shut up and take my money. You need star power to be the very first champion.
Yep.
And shout out to my good brother Jay. He wants Adam Page to win. But good brother, my pick to be the very first champion is Chris Jericho, the motherfucking GOAT. Jericho's taking that title. Don't at me.
Yep.
Anyway, Holiday, go ahead.
You know, I picked Jericho last time, and he didn't win.
Can't believe it.
Adam Page is undefeated so far. They built him up to be a strong contender for this title, for the inaugural title. But this is Chris Jericho. He's been doing this going almost on 30 years now. This man has had a phenomenal career. I'm torn in this match only because if you want to look at it from a logical aspect, Jericho's got Fozzy Tour starting September 5th, going all the way until just before the October 2nd for their AEW's debut on TNT. And they've already talked to him about him being in a 6-man tag in the debut episode with 2 mystery partners. I'm really torn, but you know what? I'm actually going to change, because originally I was going to go with this person, but after listening to good brother Chris, he made a damn good point. I'm going with Chris Jericho to become the inaugural AEW champion.
You got to think old school. You got to think the knowledge. Holiday, that's why I respect.
Awesome. And Holiday, thank you for reminding me. I got to go buy my ticket for the Fozzy concert that they're coming September 13th. So, yeah.
You would think about Fozzy at a time like this when doing the review.
Well,
I brought it up, though, with my logic.
Exactly. And I got to mark my calendar for it since my schedule got changed for work. So, yeah. Noah, who you got?
When I first saw Chris Jericho pull out the Judas Effect and beat Kenny Omega at Double or Nothing to become the first person after Adam Page to face him for the title, there was no doubt in my mind who my pick was to win. Then you look at all the episodes and all the fun, all the build-up in and out of the ring and through being the Elite and the Rhodes. Cowboy shit versus the GOAT. You're welcome. Thank you, Jericho. But, oh, man. And I see all his work in New Japan Pro Wrestling, what's he doing there, and I see him already being set up for a match for Wrestle Kingdom. And then I look at Adam Page, and you feel like this guy has to be the emotional favorite to win. You want him to win. You want him to become the first. He said, like you said, since the press conference, he wants to be the first and will be the first. And I would love to see out the gate Adam Page versus MJF feuding for the title. But, that being said, you got to look at the history, because this is not the first time Chris Jericho would be on TNT. He was with WCW. The man's done it all, and he really says, not, I'm going to win. I have to beat the Hangman. 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 Otherwise, there goes the legend that is Chris Jericho. I am not going against the GOAT. Chris Jericho becomes the inaugural AEW champion.
Oh, beautifully said. Beautifully said. And who did Cass pick?
Chris Jericho.
Okay, James.
So here is the basically every other reason I agree with on why everybody's picking Jericho. I am also picking Chris
Except for me.
Jericho. Yeah. Yeah, except for you. I'm going with Jericho. And I agree with everybody's point, but I noticed that there was not one point mentioned. Here is why I picked Omega to beat Pac. They already have 2 matches with each other. Chris Jericho has lost against Omega at Wrestle Kingdom 12. At Double or Nothing, Jericho beat Omega. This will be the rubber match when they eventually have it for the world title. You need to have star power to really get eyes on the product, and everybody's going to know Chris Jericho. Once you get Jericho to have that championship, you can have him drop the belt to Kenny Omega, and that way people think, wow, that guy's the real deal. You have to have Jericho be the inaugural champion first in order for that to happen. Because nobody's going to know Adam Page. Nobody. I love Adam Page. And a lot of people in wrestling know Adam Page, but no casual wrestling fan's going to know Adam Page. All wrestling fans are going to know Chris Jericho. There's a reason he's called the GOAT.
Even the people that you really think are against AEW may be in it just because of one name. Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense, but at the same time, I just want someone that can actually be someone that is an up-and-comer, that can carry, like, as a first champion, where he can be more, like, notable and also being, like, learning a little bit more of this person in mind. I know a lot of the casual wrestling fans are not going to know who he is, only but it will bring more audience attention to, like, maybe someone that is new to wrestling or new to independent wrestling in particular. And that is why I choose Hangman Page out of Chris Jericho. But everybody has different opinions.
I have
your opinion matters.
Just like everyone else.
Get your head up on that. I understand. You have your opinion. You do.
Keep in mind, Cody
Absolutely.
said, and I quote, I want to focus on the audience that AEW already goes for. You got to expand your mind. I hope that tweet was just a joke. If he wants AEW to really thrive and change the world, you got to go beyond your basic audience. You got to go for casuals. You got to bring a new wrestling audience to the forefront. And maybe an old name that people may have dropped out of for the last 18 years because he hasn't done anything really relevant to their memory, will bring them back. We're trying to change the world here. You start with an old name, passing the torch to the new name, and I think right now we need Page a little more development. He can go through another feud right now and bring himself back up. That's why I went with Chris Jericho as well. Because Chris Jericho's going to be overlooking all of this. And you know Chris Jericho is only going to do what's best for business.
Yes, like he don't have to, he doesn't. I didn't want to cut you off. I'm sorry, Sydney. He doesn't have to really hold that championship for long. He can hold that belt for 3 months, and that's it.
Yep.
You know, because Chris Jericho's close to being 50. Like Sydney said, Chris Jericho is the GOAT. He can hold that belt for 3 months, and Jericho be like, hey, you know what? I don't need it no more. I done my time. You know, hey, he can start building new talent like he did in that other company.
Yeah.
He could lose it. He could lose it on his next cruise. Keep it in mind, he has another cruise coming up, and AEW will be involved in it. Imagine an AEW championship match on the cruise, and he passes the title then.
And I also, speaking of the other company too, as Chris actually mentioned, you also got to keep in mind, this is a trope going all the way back to the 70s. You got to remember who is the inaugural other company champion. It was Buddy Rogers.
Correct.
Buddy Rogers dropped it, not even, I think it was 2 months later, to Bruno Sammartino.
Yep.
Not to mention, this has been going on for ages. You go to TNA. How did Samoa Joe get his name value? It's because Kurt Angle dropped the TNA World Title at Slammiversary 08 to Samoa Joe. It was the biggest buy rate.
Lockdown.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lockdown. Sorry. And he became one of the biggest stars in that company, and it was the biggest buy rate that TNA ever did. So you got to always think with that mindset. Not all old wrestling tropes are bad, especially if they can build your audience. Sometimes old school works when you're trying to build new stars. I think that's where, you have to go to in this case. And then eventually, when Omega beats Jericho in the rubber match, then you can build around Omega. You can make him your Kazuchika Okada of AEW.
Wow.
And a perfect example here too. Think about it. ECW first pay-per-view. Terry Funk won the ECW World Championship, establishing that brand on there,
April 13th,
and dropped it.
1997.
Yep. He was the first champion at 50-something years old. He was not the first champion, but he was the first person to win that title on their first pay-per-view.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's a lot of scenarios. So, if he wins, he wins. It said Jericho wins, but I don't think he's going to hold it for very long because he's going to build. Yeah. He's one of those old school, like the Terry Funks, like the other generations. He knows when it's time to pass the torch. So, if Jericho wins, he will pass that torch shortly after he wins that title. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And we'll see how everything's going to be transpired once AEW will go live on TNT. With that, yep, that's right. And, with that being said, I know we got 3 pay-per-views that is going to be airing on the same day. So, all around, we're going to go with our top 3, shows that we're going to watch first, second, and last. For me, NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff, I know it's going to air in the morning. I'll watch that first. Then AEW. And then New Japan Royal Quest. Holiday?
New Japan, then NXT UK Cardiff, and then AEW, because I think that's the order it's going to be, so I'm going to watch it in the order as it comes on.
All right. Noah?
I'm watching them live, and it's going to be in that order. New Japan Pro Wrestling is always early in the morning, and then you have NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff in the afternoon, and then we finish off the night with AEW All Out. In that order, as far as watching. As far as ranking, I'll do my grades when I see all 3 shows. I am not going to do it.
Amen. I agree with that.
Yep.
Saturday, the fans win. Simple as that.
Yes.
Absolutely. This is going to be the best wrestling that we see all year, pretty much in the last, I would even go as far as to say maybe the last 5 or 10 years. That being said, I'm going to go with what Noah's saying. Royal Quest first, TakeOver Cardiff second, and the All Out show right after. And then as far as the rankings, I'll see what happens. All
right. And then good brother Chris?
Well, guess I'll be staying up late on Saturday morning, early morning. Right. Japan, Cardiff, All Out.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, well, you know me. I just need some sleep because, of course,
I took Saturday off for this.
Yeah, I got Saturday off too, but I got Friday opening shift, so I need some sleep. And plus, I got to travel an hour to the pay-per-view party where Chris and I's our dear friend is hosting a pay-per-view party, so gotta get some sleep. Yep. Alrighty, you guys. Comment down below, what matches are you looking forward to? Who are your picks? And also, rank your top 3 shows that you're going to watch and all the above. So, gentlemen, it was a pleasure to join this 1-year anniversary since everything changes. And that is it for the video for All Out. Now, before we all go, we're going to go ahead and do our plugs. Let's go and start off with you, Noah.
This is wrestling. We are fans of wrestling. We are changing the world by just being us, being out here, and letting you know what it truly means to understand, learn, and be excited for independent wrestling. We don't do this for acknowledgement. We don't do this for attention. We do this for the love of the sport. Yes, I said it. I call it a sport. Because, damn it, wrestling matters. It was a pleasure, everybody, and good luck to all of you. With that being said, if y'all want to know more about me, know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of what?
Wrestling.
For life, damn it, for life. Wrestling, wrestling, wrestling. So if you want to follow me and talk anything wrestling, hit me up on Twitter. NoDQ.com/Noah takes to my Twitter page. Or follow my civil YouTube channel here at youtube.com/user/NoahFoster210. You'll find all sorts of recasts, reviews, simple takes, and all sorts of other things on wrestling, AEW and beyond, WWE, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Independent Wrestling. Support Independent Wrestling, folks. At the heart of it, hashtag 205 Live Matters. My review on Cruiserweight Wrestling and the 205 Live brand, then, now, forever, with usually my co-host, the holiday Chris Mace, and join the hashtag 205 Matters Facebook group. And it is officially my last day on my summer of wrestling before college takes over my life, more than it has already just this first day. So I will be live score reacting to both NXT UK, TakeOver Cardiff, and AEW All Out right here on YouTube. So come join me as I score TeamIndyDQ to see who takes the nights in both shows, and ask me any question you want, wrestling or non-wrestling. It's sure to be a lot of fun. And depending on the time, I might do New Japan and my bandwidth. We'll see. And as always, I like to close. Support your wrestling outlets, both big and small. And let's keep growing this incredible wrestling community together. And come on, be all elite. Simple as that. I will see you all Saturday.
Beautifully said, simple man. All right. James, you know what to do.
You guys can find me on youtube.com/user/jhebertside95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95, where we will be hosting a new show on there called The Indie Force, where me and my friends are going to go over all the news of independent wrestling from AEW and beyond. Make sure you stay tuned for that. And on top of that as well, you will be able to see a couple more shows in the lines in the making, possibly an NXT versus AEW show. Maybe, we'll see. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. That's also my Twitter handle at JHebertside95. Chat wrestling with me. Why not? You guys can also check out my CAW Wrestling League entitled Weymouth Youth Wrestling, which you can find on youtube.com/user/WYW Pride.
All right. Good brother, take it away.
Follow me on Facebook, Christopher Willis. Follow me on Instagram, Chris J. Willis86. Follow me on Twitter, GB Chris Willis86. Follow our Facebook group, AEW Nations. We have 5 admins, guys like Randy, Charles, guy with starts with myself, and who is on break, Sydney G as well. All serious, I want to say this one last thing. Working with you guys, doing this review is really awesome. I wanted to do this. Thank God I did not get called into work because it felt more important to do this review. Yes, I know money is money, but hey, I wanted to do this. And trust me, if you have a friend who's down in the dumps, talk to them. Pick them up, get back on their feet, just like Sydney is doing, getting back on her feet. Who is getting on her feet as well. We are celebrating this 1-year anniversary with this woman who did a great job on the preview predictions for All In last year. The only woman to do that for NoDQ.com. Balls to the walls, Sydney G. That video was incredible. You doing this was worth it because we couldn't do this without you.
Yes.
We couldn't do this without you, hands down. I said this to Noah. She needs to be a part of this. And I remember you said this line to me at your sister's birthday. Good brother Chris, I am a good sister. When I talk about Carly B, I go all out. And yes, when you said that last 2 lines, I said she got to come to All Out. She has to do this review. And you did. Sorry, got to let that out. Got to support
Ken terminated by Google, who is a member of No DQ Galaxy, always call me the Cardi B of No DQ. Like,
you? Oh, God, no.
All right. Thank you for the very compliment. Good compliment, good brother Chris. All right. Holiday, save the best for last.
Oh, I'm actually the best. Woohoo! Finally! No. All right, no, but all right. On a serious note, yes, what a 1 year could change everything. So I've promoted enough stuff to last me for a while now. I don't need to promote anything right this moment, but like I said, we all go through hard times in life. I've been there and done that and been in everybody's shoes. I've been through stuff like Cindy has before in the past. I support her 100%. Everything she's going through right now, no matter what. She has a friend with all of us. We're all friends here. Like I said, I got to meet these group of people back in January, and I will always be grateful for that opportunity that I got to do the tea party with Stephen and Jared. Because I have met some of the most incredible people that I've ever met and got to know in my life this year. And these is one remarkable group of people that have the same passion, love for wrestling that I do. Might not always agree with everything, that's for sure. We do fight like one big dysfunctional family, disagree about stuff, but we have a lot of good times, a lot of funny moments. We're there for each other. If somebody's down and out, we're there for each other. That's what it is, all that matters. So this summer wrestling comes to a close. I pretty much like this. We have a lot of new entertainment here going on. Everybody complains about the main roster. Guess what? We got 3 shows coming up in one day. You can experience all 3 or one, and you can choose to watch something else. But, if you don't give it a chance, you're never going to know. You can complain about the same old thing or go and try something new.
Exactly. Amen. Finally, somebody is saying it, and now it's finally happening. We have alternatives. Thank God.
The Wednesday Night War is coming.
October 2nd, y'all. All right, now my plugs. Yes, I am on break on Twitter and Facebook. Facebook is just for friends, family, and coworkers. So that's why I did not accept friend request, no DQ Galaxy. But you guys, you can still follow me on Twitter at nodq.com/Cindy. That'll take you directly, which, of course, I am on hiatus for that. But I decided to come back to Instagram where I am mostly active there, taking one baby step at a time. So follow me on Instagram at simply_c_ok, where I posted photo arts of wrestling, landscape, my Funko Pop purchase, which is now in my collection, and also wrestling as well. And you guys can take a look at the Instagram story highlights of past shows that I've gone to, especially the last show that I went is the New Japan Pro Wrestling Round 2 Super J Cup. However, you guys, if you guys want to take a look at where I've been and my life update, you guys could check out my personal YouTube channel at simply_c_ok, or I made the announcement that I'm coming back to my personal YouTube channel, which if you guys subscribe to my channel, you will get your first exclusive content of the prediction video like NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff that's going to be on my channel before it will go live to NoDQ.com YouTube channel as well. And I'm also going to be posting my first vlog video as now promised. I'm almost done editing it of the wrestling journey, which starting off with the Super J Cup. And yes, good brother Chris is featuring in that video as well and whatnot. So again, simply_c_ok on Instagram and on my YouTube channel as well. And do not forget, make sure to follow the Facebook group by Jerry and Stefan Armbar. That spells capital ARMBAR.
Exclamation point.
Everything about wrestling, memes, anything and anything as well. And do not forget, go to nodq.com/shirts so you guys can purchase any of the nodq.com shirts, including a Noah Simple Man shirt. I know there's some shirts still on Pro Wrestling Tee if you type in NoDQ, but hopefully it will transfer to the other store. That will make it better. But the other store has much stuff like hats, tapestry, stickers, phone cases, mugs, which I'm waiting for my order to arrive eventually. So Aaron, if you're watching this, I'm waiting for 2 of my mugs, which I already ordered and all that. So don't worry, the tea sipper is still going to get her mug. And yeah. And also make sure to check out NoDQ.com Spotify playlist. If you type in #TeamNoDQ, we have all kinds of songs from your favorite NoDQ.com personalities and everything. And also make sure to follow everybody from Team NoDQ to the NX team as well. And I just want to say this. 1 year come by, and, this is it. History in the making. And I couldn't have done it without you guys, And also I couldn't have done it without Aaron Riff for making everything happen.
Yes.
So, yeah. What's going to happen with All Out, and especially with AEW, because independent wrestling has a very special place in my heart, and I will always support and defend independent wrestling.
Wrestling
With that,
forever.
yes. With that being said, and to quote Aaron Riff, stay tuned to NoDQ.com social media page and the website and the YouTube channel for all the latest news in WWE, NXT, and AEW and other wrestling-related news as well. So, for good brother Chris Willis, for the holiday Christopher Mace, for the simple man Noah Foster, and the archangel himself James Heber, and your girl Cindy G here. Hope you guys have a great wrestling weekend, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
And James.
Have a good one.
All right, and James and Chris, we're coming for your title.
Hey, James, it's been a good run as co-champions.
It has been a very good run, my friend. Thank you very much.
You got to shine those belts a little bit, though. Yo, Sydney, let me ask you this. Since you work at that, can't say it, but do they have belt polish at your job?
One of us is going to need it.
They got it at my job when I win that title.
Everybody, I got it. She triggered.
All right, the black. They're the black.
Hey, black.
Ah.
All right. Oh, shit.
That was great. I was about to say,
Brother,
one of us is
still
going
want
to
to
need
do
it.
the NXT